Good morning, and it's time for Monday Memories at HPL. Last week, we talked a little bit of Medina County and some fun facts about the different counties in Texas. In one hand, we learned that there are counties that are named after a tree, named after battles, colonizers, and a fruit. Medina County, on the other hand, is named after a Spanish cartographer, Pedro de Medina. The name Medina comes from an Arabic word that means city. Today, we will be talking more about Medina County settlements. These excerpts are from the Texas Historical Association Handbook of Texas. If you wanted to know more or wanted some detailed information about the county, you can check out our archives here at your very own Honda Public Library, and we have this really cool, delicate book compiled by the Medina County historians, I say, and this book will give you all the information that happened in the early explorations and settlements in Texas history, particularly the Medina County. Medina County is an area that has been the site of human habitation for many years. Evidence of early man has been discovered at a site known as the Scorpion Cave on the Medina River, in the northeastern part of the county. Archaeologists believe that ancestors of either Coahuetecan or Tonkawa Indians occupied this cave continuously for several thousand years before the arrival of the first Europeans. The first Spaniard to set foot in the region was probably Alonso de Leon, the governor of Coahuila, who passed through the area in 1689 en route to East Texas and named the Medina River and Hondo and Seco Creeks. The county is named after the Medina River, which was named in 1689 after the Spanish cartographer Pedro de Medina by the Spanish explorer Alonso de Leon. Pedro de Medina derived his surname from the Andalusian city of Medina Sidonia. The name Medina comes from the Arabic for the word city. 2 years later, Domingo Terán de los Reyes, the first provincial governor of Texas, tracked across southern Medina County, laying the foundation of El Camino Real, or the old San Antonio Road. The Upper Presidio Road, as the Camino Real, was known in 1807. Purposely skirted the Indian strongholds of the hill country beyond the Balcones escarpment. Throughout the 1700s, the area was frequented by roving bands of Lipan Apaches and Comanches, whose seasonal raiding parties traveled south from the plains area of North and West Texas and New Mexico on their way to Mexico. From this vantage point, the Apache Comanche Indians would attack San Antonio with impunity. The Republic of Texas was convinced that if this large block of land were settled, it would provide a protective zone against any invasion forces approaching San Antonio from the south and west. They negotiated an imperial contract with Frenchman Henry Castro on February 15, 1842, to settle the area. One of Castro's land grants began 4 miles west of the Medina River. He purchased the 16 leagues between his granted concessions and the river from John McMullen of San Antonio. The old San Antonio Road to Laredo and the main road from San Antonio to Eagle Pass both crossed the land grant. Castro, with the assistance of German wine merchant Ludwig Huth and his son Louis August Ferdinand Huth, arranged the transport of German and French-speaking farmers from the Alsace region of northeastern France, brought them overland from the Texas coast to San Antonio, and on September 2, 1844, set out with them in the accompaniment of Texas Ranger John Coffee Hayes and 5 of his rangers to decide upon a site for settlement. Castroville, founded on September 3, 1844, was the westernmost settlement in Texas. It received the first post office in the county on January 12, 1847. In a relatively short time, the settlements of Quihi, that is in 1845, Vandenberg, 1846, New Fountain in 1846, and Old Dehanis, 1848, were established. The layout of each of these settlements was similar to that of Castroville. In a pattern reminiscent of the European villages, settlers lived in the protective environs of their town and farmed their nearby fields. The immigrants brought with them their unique culture and a distinctive architecture. By the mid-1850s, buildings were being made of rough-cut native limestone, sandstone, or some combination of stone and timber. Lime plaster was used to coat the exterior walls and adobe the interior walls. The colors found in the stone ranged from an off-white, common in the Castroville area, to a rich blend of ochres and gold characteristics of the New Fountain and Quihi communities. Houses were designed with a characteristic rectangular shape, short in the front and long at the rear roof line, common to the rural structures of their homelands. Most homes and buildings had fireplaces built with internal angular flue systems. Some of these building structures of houses are still up to this day. Some of them are preserved to remind us of the rich history and the people who brought along with them their culture and ways of life when they settled in this part of Texas. Next week, we will be talking about the Medina churches, education, and agriculture. Thank you all for watching, and see you next week.